Hi everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Cricket. And happy birthday, Michael. I hope it's the best birthday ever. And Michael is my adopted nephew. He adopted me as his aunt. And for his birthday, he asked for a chocolate chip cake with peanut butter frosting. I'm going to show you how to make the cake. The peanut butter frosting I will have linked at the end of this video, so you can go see how to make that. And I just made a chocolate ganache to go around the edge. So Michael, this is for you. Happy birthday! In my stand mixer, or you can use a handheld mixer, I have 1.5 sticks of softened butter. That's 12 tablespoons. Just set your butter out in the morning and let it come to room temperature. And now I'm going to add 1 3/4 cup of white granulated sugar. In this bowl, I have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And in this bowl, I have 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We're going to mix this together until it's light and fluffy. It could take around 5 minutes, and I will stop and scrape down the bowl a few times. Now hopefully you can tell how light and fluffy that is. I'm going to scrape everything down. So now we have 4 large eggs that we're going to add one at a time, mixing it well after each egg. I'm going to scrape down again. And now I want to show you real quick. I've taken 2 cups of all-purpose flour and 3/4 cup of cocoa powder, added it to a sifter, and just sifted it out together on some wax paper. And we also have 1.5 cups of milk, or you can use water. Now I'm going to add 1/3 of our flour cocoa mixture. Going to add 1/2 of our milk or water. Let that get mixed in. And I'm going to scrape down. It's always important to scrape down your bowl. Make sure everything gets blended in. I'm going to add another 1/3 of our flour cocoa mixture. The rest of our milk or water. Now the rest of our flour cocoa mixture. I'm going to scrape it down one more time. Make sure everything's good and mixed well. Okay, give it one more little good mix. Scrape the bottom too. And now it's time for us to add our chocolate chips. And I want to show you, you can add milk chocolate chips, semi-sweet chocolate chips. I'm adding semi-sweet, but I'm also adding these. You can see by my hand, and excuse if I got chocolate cake on my hand, how tiny these are. I get these at Sprouts in their little bins that you can get out as much as you want. These are tiny, tiny, tiny mini peanut butter cups. Our chips filled with peanut butter. See how tiny? So I thought that would be fun to add some of that, because we're going to do a peanut butter frosting and get little bites of peanut butter throughout the cake. So I'm adding 1 cup of chips. Actually, a 1/2 cup of the peanut butter and a 1/2 cup of the semi-sweet. I'm going to give that a good mix. And now on to our pans. In my cake pans, I sprayed it a little bit with some non-stick spray to stick my parchment paper round on here, because this does have chocolate chips in it. Sometimes they like to stick, so the parchment paper will help with that. So I have 2 of the pans. I don't know what size these are, but it doesn't really matter. Or you can do one 9 by 13 cake pan. But I'm going to grease and flour these really good. Okay, you don't want to overfill your pans. About 1/3 of the way is good. And I like to kind of push mine out toward the center to kind of help with that bump that it gets. And now my oven is preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm going to cook mine on the middle rack until a toothpick or cake tester inserted comes out clean. Which should take anywhere 30, 35, 40 minutes. Just keep a check on it. For our chocolate chip cake, I'm going to make a peanut butter buttercream frosting. I have a video on my channel that I will link at the end of this video of my peanut butter frosting. Today the only difference is I'm adding cream cheese along with the butter and peanut butter. And if I need to adjust the amount of peanut butter to give it more of a peanut butter taste, I can add more. I can always add some more powdered sugar. You can just adjust it and work with it, but I will link that video at the end. Alright, my cakes are done, and mine took right at 30 minutes. Yours may take a little longer or a little less time. Just keep a check on it. And remember, when you are testing it, that you do have chocolate chips in here, so test it in a couple of places, because you may test one that went right into a chocolate chip and you think it's not done. But I go right in the middle, and this one came out completely clean, and so did the other one. Now I'm going to let it cool in the pan just for a minute or two, and then I'm going to turn them out on a rack, remove the parchment paper, and let them cool completely. And most of the chips do sink to the bottom. And let me show you in the pan. That's why I like to use the parchment paper, because they do like to stick. And there's Abigail wondering what I'm doing. She wants to get over here. Some people like to see cakes being decorated, so I thought I would turn on the camera and just put it in fast motion and put some music on and let you follow along. And here is my finished cake. And this was just a little chocolate ganache that I made to do as a edge drizzle. And then I just topped them with some more of those little bitty teeny tiny peanut butter filled cups. So I hope you enjoy it. And Michael, I hope you have an awesome birthday. And I hope it's just the best day ever. And if you make this cake, please let me know. Please feel free to share my videos, comment, because I do love hearing from you. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss my upcoming videos. So until my next video, I hope you enjoy. Bye, y'all. Okay, I'm going to try a bite of the cake for you. And you can tell this cake is really moist. And it's really, really good. I could just eat this cake part just by itself. And again, happy birthday, Michael. I hope you enjoy. Bye, y'all.